Hey guys, today I'm just going to show you how to change a tyre using just some levers and a hammer. Basically it's a dirt bike tyre, it's a 350 SX, it's a 19-inch rear, so I'm just going to use my levers and a hammer. And yeah, I don't do this often, so the method is not completely perfect, but do it in under 7 minutes, so check it out. So the first thing you want to do is prepare the rim. Basically you need to undo the bolt that holds on the valve, and then undo the valve, so actually unscrew it so the air can freely come out of the tube. Now this just helps and minimises the chance of pinching the tube, and makes it just easier to manoeuvre the tyre. Then you also want to undo your rim lock, and undo it as much as you can. Push the rim lock down as far as you can and start to break the bead of the tyre. You'll know when it's broken because it'll flip down, and there'll be a little gap between the rim and the tyre. Get this down as much as you can. Now using my large levers, I'm going to start to remove the tyre from the rim. I'm going to start right next to the rim lock and just go around and basically lever it off. Once I've got it started, I'll put the lever under the brake disc, and then every time I put a new lever in, I'll bring the second lever down, and that creates a little gap and allows you to put the new lever in. Once it's started, you can just use your hand to create the gap, and that will allow the new lever to go in quite easy. Now I'm going to flip the tyre over and break the bead on the other side of the rim. Now I'm going to take the tube out and basically just take it out halfway. Once I've done that, I'm going to get my large lever, put it through the tyre so it sticks out a little bit on the other side of the rim, lever it completely over, give it a bit of a spray, and then smash the tyre off the rim. After a few whacks with a mallet, the tyre should pretty much just fall straight off the rim. Now if you're really pressed for time, you will have a brand new tube inside the tyre already. Because I'm using the same tube, I'm just going to now just put the old tube into the new tyre. I'm going to put the valve back into the valve cap and then give it a few squirts of air. This is going to help when I put the tyre back on. It's going to minimise any chance of pinching the tube. Now it's time to put the new tyre back on the rim. I'm going to put the valve cap into the rim pretty much straight away and put the screw back on it, and that's just going to hold it in. Now normally I have a rim with the rim lock on the same side as the actual valve, but this one's a little different and it's a bit more difficult. But I'm just going to put the valve cap in first and then fit the rim into the tyre. Make sure you push the tyre down into the well. Now I'm going to spray it with some silicone spray and start levering the new tyre onto the rim. I've put the sprocket side in first, and that means that when I lever the tyre on, it's going to make it a bit easier because I don't have a big sprocket to deal with on this side of the rim. Using my big levers, lever that tube and the tyre onto the rim. Using a lever, make sure your rim lock is all the way up into the tyre. Now I'm just going to lever the rest of the tyre onto the rim. I'm going to start from the opposite side of the rim lock so that when I eventually get this part of the tyre on, it's going to be able to sit in the well of the rim. Whereas if I did it the other way, then the rim lock would prevent that and it would make it a bit harder. So using my knee to keep the tyre in, just going to keep levering it around, finishing at the rim lock. Now I'm going to pump the tyre up to about 20-30 psi to make sure that it goes back on the rim properly, and then I can do up my rim lock nice and tight. So there you go, there's the old tyre, the Michelin Starcross, and I quite like it, but I've got a race coming up, so I've changed the new tyre, and I've got the Dunlop Geomax. Now, I've done this with levers, and sure, you're going to scratch your rims a little bit with levers, but I mean, we're riding dirt bikes, mate, who cares? A little scratch is not going to hurt anyone. So there you go, hope that can help you, and the only reason you'd need to change your tyres quick is if you're in some kind of race. And if you do, then you would prepare your tyre and tube and make sure that you loosen everything before you come in to change your tyres, and you'll get it done pretty quick. So yeah, see you later.